Shalom, my good Israelite black brothers and sisters. How y'all doing today? Before we start this video off, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to our Father, Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Yahawashi, our Lord and Savior. Yes, yes. So today, we're just going to be talking about the 4th of July, which is the Independence Day of America. This is where they freed themselves from the Britain colonial oppression. I hate to even say oppression, but it was just, they didn't want to be colonized by the Britain. So they went their separate ways because Britain wanted to have control over the 13 colonies for, I'm guessing the 13 colonies helping the French, or the helping during the French and Indian War. So however that went down, they wanted to gain the power, and they wanted to this was for taxes also. They wanted to tax. This is during the Boston Tea Party, the Boston Massacre, not during, but because this was some of the causes of it. So America, wanted to free themselves from them. But I still think, they just wanted a piece of that slavery pie, because the blacks were making a lot of money. They just had this lined up, but that's neither here nor there. So after that, they had the Revolutionary War. Even though this is the crazy part, the Revolutionary War started in 1775 and did not end till 1783. So during the war, they signed the papers. So this is why they signed the papers, to free themselves from doing any type of business or colonialism with the British. And I just bring this stuff up too. Like, I really don't care about the white history, the European history, but I want our people to know the real issues and problems, why we should not be celebrating the 4th of July. Now, I didn't say July, I said July. So before we get into it, we're going to give you Thomas Jefferson, because that's who signed off on it, right? He owned 600 slaves during that time. There was a guy named Lightfoot Lee Francis. He owned slaves. Henry Lee Richard owned slaves. Francis Lewis owned slaves. So everybody that had or played a part in signing it, their independence, their Declaration of Independence, right, owned slaves. So they didn't give us any independence, but they gave themselves independence. And when Thomas Jefferson and the rest of them signed it, it was actually on the 2nd, and it wasn't on the 4th. The 4th was them having a disagreement or whatever process or whatever they was going through, but it was actually on the 2nd. So they lied about that. It should be the 2nd of July, but not the 4th of July. But me, four liars. It's the 4 of you lied on July. Totally, like, contradictory, hypocritical act that they did, So we get to this guy named Francis Salvador, English-born American, Jewish man, right? Asinine. And he resided in the Carolinas. He owned a plantation also. So he was the first Jew, so-called Jew, he's a Jewish man, to be killed in the Revolutionary War, that did not end till 83. He was the first one to be killed. And, they write him in history, like I say, as something good. And this was August 1st, 1776. He owned slaves also. So he died trying to perpetuate the slavery here in America. So the Jewish people definitely had a hand in it, because he came, from over there also trying to, make a way for himself. I believe he came from London or something like that. For our people, right, we got to realize during this time that they freed themselves, they did not free us. They did not free the blacks. They had slaves, and they were making money off of the slaves, and they were funding, right? The black people saved them, right? The black people saved them, because if it wasn't for the black people doing what they did, they would have all got destroyed. So if y'all look up what saved the Revolutionary War, right? It was the people who got their hands dirty. It was the people doing all the work, black people. So I want y'all to really get that. Frederick Douglass wrote a whole speech on it. He didn't even get what was the big deal for black people. He didn't get the big deal for black people. They freed themselves, but did not free us. This goes to show we were never freed. But the Emancipation of Proclamation did not get signed off on until 1865, I believe. That means that there was a period of time where we were still actual slaves, black people must get this. We will never be free. And this just goes to show you. So while y'all out there, barbecuing, popping fireworks and enjoying that pagan holiday, just know that y'all are celebrating the oppression of black people, because that's how all this got started. That's how all this got started. So everybody always have played a hand in it. Jewish people, Africans, every type of ethnicity in the oppression of the Hebrew Israelites. And y'all have to know this. So, when y'all have spare time, just go look it up. Go look it up and see. And then y'all will, understand the atrocities that we have been through and what we have went through. To this day, we're still not free. We're still in bondage. We've never been freed, and they didn't end none of that for years. For years, they didn't end slavery. So that's just food for thought, man. Stop celebrating these holidays that represents oppression of your people. I didn't really want to get into all this Britain stuff, because it's not our war, it's not our fight, but I just wanted y'all to get the gist of it and why y'all should not celebrate it. There was a lot of stuff going on. There was a lot of murder and killing and offshore trading and all that during that time period, which y'all need to know about. This is just a, clear reminder, man. Stop waving that flag. That flag does not represent black people or people of color. The whole, calling it a federal day, holiday and all that, we can't get one, but why do they have all federal holidays where they can take off and people can get paid, and they can shut the country down. It's all for them. It will always be just for them, never for us, man. So I just want y'all to, you know, just remember that. Remember that, you know, remember Francis Salvador, you know, the so-called Jew, you know, and he had brothers, fathers and stuff named Jacob and Joseph, stealing out the Bible. They've been stealing out the Bible forever. You know, it's just ridiculous, man. But yeah, it was just all slave owners. So while they were signing that paper to free themselves from colonization and colonialism, we were still in captivity. We were still being slaves. So I just want y'all to keep that in mind and remember that while y'all are barbecuing, eating that pork, eating, you know, eating that swine, drinking that beer, hanging around your oppressors and celebrating something you don't even know. You don't even know about the 4th of July, not the 4th of July, the 4th of July, because it comes from them. They're the superpowers, you know. Somehow they can go through this thing unscathed every time, and they even played a part in it. Even the Francis guy, he was elected into what they had going on. He was elected into there. That just goes to show you, where was the black people getting elected? Where was the black people having a say so when it came to the Declaration of Independence? You had two brothers, Henry Lee and Lightfoot. That's a stupid name, Lightfoot Francis. They were two brothers that, you know, got to sign off on it. But when it comes to black people, where's our say-so, right? Where's our say-so? We never have a say-so. So I just want y'all to, you know that. You know, I just want y'all to know that. This guy, this Jewish guy, come from London and own a plantation over here. You know, plantation, of course, in the 1700s had slaves and things like that, you know, and he was the first Jew to be elected to public office in the colonies when chosen for the Congress, whatever, you know, had a hand in it. You know, we don't have a hand in nothing, you know. And then he died trying to protect the Americans, which was he was an American himself, but he died trying to protect his heritage. That's why I keep telling y'all, if y'all think that, you know, a signature or a piece of paper can save our people, y'all can march all y'all want to. There has never been a bloodless revolutionary war or anything. Like it has to have blood in it. You have to lose people. You know, you have to lose your loved ones, your soldiers and all that, because these people have sacrificed their people to keep their position. And then they write about these people in history, and they make sure they have a good name, and then they try to erase our people out of history, and that's what they do. Yeah, man, so y'all go look that up and you know, pull my card and see if I'm lying. You know, see if I'm lying. You know, the French and Indian War. Come on, man, it's garbage. But yeah, the British wanted to punish America in the 13 colonies, you know. You know, America wasn't having it. They was like, no, we gonna fight. So, Mr. Black Man and Black Woman, we gotta fight. America showed you that. Their famous saying is, you know, give me liberty or give me death. Like, come on now. Y'all gotta wake up, use y'all brain, use the brain. That's all I want y'all to do, man. But if y'all enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Go check my other channel out, AlphaHebrew Elect. You know, where I do a lot of exposing. Follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on TikTok too. Where, you know, I do a lot of teaching on both of them. And my Black Israelite brothers and sisters, make sure y'all keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and obeying our Father and waiting on, you know, Yahawashi's glorious return. Y'all just keep waiting, because it is going to be glorious. And I see y'all in the next video. This is AlphaHebrew. Peace.